Jay in Detroit, Michigan. Hey, Jay, what's up?
Good afternoon, Tom. Pleasure to talk to you. I wanted to talk about the Black Lives Matter issue, being an African-American from Detroit. Mm-hmm. And as you mentioned earlier, the whole interaction with the Hillary campaign seems a little fishy. And whether it's fishy or whether these people have genuine intentions, I think it's misguided. And I went to the website for the Black Agenda Report and was looking at some of their critique of Bernie and some of the criticisms. And it kind of mirrored an article I read in the National Review magazine as they did a couple of issues back. They did a thing on Bernie and trying to characterize part of his campaign. You know, of course, the characterization of him being socialist and this type of thing. But they also piggybacked on that whole racial thing, talking about the lack of minorities in Vermont. They tried to characterize his social programs as far as social democratic programs, where they tried to characterize that as being just Nordic instead of looking at the overall, civilized countries in Europe and throughout. And it almost like it mirrors some of the right-wing characterizations and the way they try to depict Bernie. And being an African-American, there's some genuine concerns about a lot of the issues. And as you talked about the major media not really focusing on the platform, I think Black Lives Matters and some of the critics in the black community are following suit because if you look at Bernie's platform and a lot of the issues that he talks about would actually help some of the issues and the concerns of the black community.
Yeah.
And so, I think it's important. And also, it kind of, because the black community is a very important component and a very strong voting bloc in the Democratic Party, and there's a lot of blacks in the African-American community who really don't know about Bernie. I know here in Detroit, that's been one of my things, working, trying to educate people on who he is and what his platform is and the things he's done in the past. And it's very important. So they're coming into realization as just not a one-lady race, that this whole issue with Black Lives Matters is causing a lot of confusion among the African-American community based upon the kind of racist or insensitivity to African-Americans' concerns that they try to picture Bernie as being that type of person.
Yeah.
So I think it's very important that African-Americans get more involved in looking at the total issue instead of just trying to characterize him as someone that's insensitive to race or doesn't have a clue.
Don't you think, Jay, that over time this is all going to shake out?
Yeah, I agree with that. But, I've seen so many instances of groups coming up, and I don't know if there's some behind-the-scenes chicanery going on to try to derail certain things. And like I say, especially with the African-American community, being very important in the Democratic Party. So, it's all going to shake out. But, I wanted to put a point of view from an African-American that's heavily involved in politics here in Michigan and especially here in Detroit, that I'm 100% behind Bernie without, trying to bring Hillary down or anything like that. It's not a adversarial type of atmosphere.
I'm with you, Jay. Not as an African-American, but I agree. Hillary Clinton would make a great president. I think Bernie would make a better president, but either one of them would make a hell of a lot better president than any of those Republicans.
Got that right.
Okay, Jay, thanks a lot for the call. It's great to hear from you. I appreciate it.